Have you ever thought about running a 30-day yoga challenge, but got stuck wondering how to actually plan something people will finish? Because any teacher can record 30 classes, but building a 30-day journey, one that feels cohesive, intentional, and motivating, that's where most teachers get stuck. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I plan my next 30-day yoga challenge, from idea to sequencing to promotion, so that by the end, you'll know exactly how to create something that feels like a complete journey, not just a playlist of random classes. Step 1, start with what people actually want. I'll be honest, when I sat down to plan my 5th 30-day yoga challenge, I was out of ideas. After doing 4 already, I covered most of the obvious themes. So instead of guessing, I started by asking my community. I posted on socials, just asking people what they wanted to focus on.
I would love your help in collaborating with me on the next 30-day yoga challenge for January 2026.
And the response was incredible. I got over 1,000 comments, messages, and emails. But here's where most people go wrong with feedback. It only works if you know how to filter it. So I dropped all of those responses into ChatGPT and asked it to summarize recurring themes. And the top results were strength, flexibility, meditation, and variety. So this gave me some clarity and helped me balance niche requests versus broad appeal, so I could plan something for most of the community, not just a few. And this is where communication becomes so important, because when you take the time to really understand what your students want, you're not just planning classes, you're learning how to speak their language. Because here's what I've realized after years of teaching online. Most yoga teachers don't struggle because they're bad at teaching. They struggle because their message isn't landing. They're saying the right things, but in a way their students don't really hear. They're posting, creating, teaching, but it's not connecting. And that's exactly why I created the art of communication. It's for yoga teachers who want to become unforgettable, who want their students to actually feel what they're saying, both in class and online. Inside, I teach you how to communicate clearly and confidently so that people listen, engage, and keep coming back because they finally understand you. Because it's not about shouting louder online. It's about creating that aha, this is for me moment in every class, caption, and video you make. The link is in the description to find out more. Step 2, turning feedback into a framework. Now, once I knew what people wanted, I didn't start filming. I started designing the journey, because a good challenge isn't 30 random uploads, it's a story. Then I remember seeing one comment that said, I'd love a series that feels like 4 seasons, where the energy changes week by week. Now this sparked everything, so I structured the challenge like this. Week 1 is Ignite in spring, where we're building motivation and habit. Week 2 is Flow for summer, where we're finding that rhythm and consistency. Week 3 is Expand for autumn, where we're exploring challenges and growth. And week 4 is Integrate, where we're slowing down and reflecting for winter. Now, each week mirrors the natural shifts in energy, which gives the whole thing rhythm and emotional flow. Then step 3, building the class calendar. Next, I made a list of poses I rarely teach, but I love to practice because those bring variety and excitement. Then I organized them by energy level, energizing classes early in the week, slower grounding ones later, and peak pose moments sprinkled throughout. Each class builds towards the next, like chapters in a story, because that's what makes a 30-day challenge feel cohesive instead of random. Then step 4, adding in engagement and continuity. One of my favorite bits of feedback came from a student who said, it felt like each class knew exactly what I needed that day. And that's the goal with the challenge. So I started linking classes together, introducing a pose one day, breaking it down the next, then following it through in a later class that week. Sometimes I end a class with a question or teaser for the next day, and this helps build anticipation and makes people feel part of an ongoing conversation. And that's how you build connection and retention. Then step 5, sequencing and testing. So once the ideas were mapped out, I plan every sequence on my map. I'll practice the flows, feel the transitions, and check if they match the energy of that week. If something feels intense or off balance, I change it. If it feels right, it goes straight into my notes folder ready for filming. And by the end, I've got 30 tested classes, so when I get to Greece to film, I can focus purely on delivery, not decision making. And that's the real secret to consistent creative output. So prepare early so filming feels easy. Step 6. Planning the promotion. Now, here's something a lot of yoga teachers overlook. Planning the classes isn't enough. You also have to plan how you'll promote them, basically how you're going to communicate them to your audience. So once my 30 classes are ready, I plan the promotion strategy. So first, I script a long-form walkthrough video. This is the one that will go on my YouTube channel, where I share what's coming, what the challenge is about, how to join, what to expect, what time classes are posted, and where to find the challenge calendar. Basically, all the need-to-knows. This helps build excitement and prepares people for what's ahead. Then I plan the shorter version for social media. This is condensed, a little bit more energetic, more short-form style. And then finally, I write out a shot list for B-roll and photos so I can capture visuals that I'll reuse in the run-up to the challenge. So this might be yoga clips, close-ups, setup shots, or location footage, anything that will help tell the story visually later on. This part is just as important as the class planning, because if your message isn't clear, if people don't understand what you're offering, then they won't join, no matter how good the classes are. And that's exactly what I teach inside The Art of Communication. It's a training for yoga teachers who want to learn how to express their ideas clearly, whether that's in a class, a caption, or a video like this. So link is in the description to join. Here's the final takeaway. This is my full process from idea to structure to promotion. If you're planning your own 30-day series or online offering, remember these key points. Start with feedback, not assumptions. Design your structure around energy and emotion. Communicate clearly before you launch, because people don't just join challenges, they join what is clearly defined. And if you want to learn how to communicate your classes, ideas, or offers more effectively, you'll love The Art of Communication. It's linked below. I hope to see you there.